नमस्कार सभी को. Today I will be discussing about elasticity of supply. Elasticity of supply. To understand the concept, first you should understand what is the relation between price and supply. The relation says that there is a positive relation between price and supply. That means other things being constants or ceteris paribus. If the price of a commodity increases, the quantity supplied will also be increasing. If the price of the quantity supplied decreases, the quantity supplied will also be decreasing. Here, the price and supply relation represents that quantity supplied is totally dependent on the price of the commodity. Here, it is assumed that all other factors, all other determinants of supply are kept constant. So, elasticity helps you to understand if a price is increasing, then by what amount, by what percentage, and in what ratio, in what proportion the quantity supplied is increasing. So elasticity helps you to calculate the relationship. That means if price is increased by 10%, how much quantity will increase? By what percent quantity supplied will increase? So therefore the definition goes like this: the degree of responsiveness of quantity supplied due to changes in the price of the commodity is known as price elasticity of supply. The formula for this ES represent your elasticity of supply is equal to percentage change in quantity supplied divided by percentage change in price. This formula belongs to the percentage method. Then another method is proportionate method. The formulas for proportionate method is ES represents your elasticity of supply is equal to delta Q upon delta P multiplied with P upon Q. Delta Q, to calculate delta Q, the formula is new quantity minus initial quantity. For delta P, the formula says new price minus initial price. P is your initial price or original price, and Q is your initial quantity or original quantity. Now look into the left hand side. Price elasticity of supply. This price elasticity of supply basically helps you to understand, as I already explained, by what percentage quantity supplied will increase if the price is increased by certain percentage. So price elasticity helps you to understand by what percentage and in what ratio proportion, right? In what ratio, or you can say the proportion, the quantity supplied if increased if there is a certain increase in the price. So the method, the formulas were already discussed. Now look into the degree of price elasticity. Likewise, in the demand, already we have covered, already I have uploaded the video on demand, elasticity of demand. Same thing happens with the supply also. We have 5 price elasticity of supply. Unitary elastic, where the value is ES equal to 1, more than elastic supply, where ES is greater than 1, less than elastic supply, where ES value is less than 1, perfectly inelastic supply, where ES value is equal to 0, perfectly elastic supply, where ES is equal to infinite. Now let's look into the degree of elasticity of supply. First is unit elastic supply. For the convenience, let's take the price is 10 and supply at price 10 rupees, quantity supplied is 10 units. Then the new price, when price becomes 15, the quantity supplied becomes 15. So if I apply the formula delta Q upon delta P into P upon Q, the formula goes like this. Here the new quantity is 15 minus initial quantity, which is 10, that gives you 5 upon delta P, where new price is 15 minus original or initial price, which is 10, that gives you 5, multiplied with original price, which is 10, divided by original quantity, which is 10. So after cancelling you will get the value 1. So here you see the arrow. X axis represent your quantity supplied, y axis represent your price when original price and original quantity is given. Remember, in unit elastic, the same percentage, the price, as the price increases, in the same percentage quantity supplied will also be increasing. That means the change in price and change in quantity is equivalent. Therefore the arrow that represents the equivalent change of price is the change in price is equivalent to the change in quantity supplied. Always remember, the slope of supply curve is upward. Then the second is more than elastic. Here the price is 10 and supply is 100 units. At price 15, when price become 15, the quantity supplied becomes 200. After applying into the formula delta Q upon delta P, where delta Q there the original your new quantity is 200 minus initial quantity which is 100, that gives you 100 divided by delta P. New price is 15 minus original price is 10, that is 5, multiplied with original price which is 10 divided by original quantity which is 100. After cancelling you will get the answer 2. The value is greater than 1. Now look into the diagram. Y-axis always represent the price and x-axis always represent your quantity supplied. Now if you look into the formula clearly, the arrow says the percentage change in quantity supplied is greater than the percentage change in price. That represents you more than elastic. Then less than elastic. At price 10, 100 units of quantity supplied. When price becomes 20, the quantity supplied becomes 150. After applying into the formula delta Q upon delta P into P upon Q. Delta Q means new price minus delta Q represents your new quantity minus original quantity divided by delta P, new price minus original price multiplied with original price upon original Q. So 150 minus 100, that gives you 50, and 20 minus 10, that gives you 10, multiplied with 10 upon 100. This 10 and 100 is your initial price and quantity. After cancelling you will get the answer 0.5. If you look into the diagram clearly, the arrow clearly represent the percentage change in price is greater than percentage change in quantity. So that represents the less than elastic. The value is less than 1. Perfectly inelastic supply. When the price is 100, quantity supplied is 100. When price becomes 220, quantity supplied becomes again 100. You see the supply remains unchanged. After applying into the formula delta Q upon delta P into P upon Q, new quantity minus original quantity. So 100 minus 100, that gives you 0, divided by delta P, new price minus original price, that gives you 20 minus 10 which is 10, multiplied with original price 10 divided by original quantity 100. After cancelling you will get the value 0. Remember, if the 0 is in numerator, the answer shall be 0. Here you see the diagram very clearly mentioned. The quantity supplied remains unchanged though the price keeps changing. Then the last is perfectly elastic supply. At price 10, quantity supplied is 100 and price remain constant, quantity supplied becomes 200. After applying it to the formula delta Q, the formula says new quantity minus old quantity or original quantity, that gives you 100, 200 minus 100, that is 100, divided by delta P, new price minus original price, that is 10 minus 10 is 0, multiplied with original price upon original quantity. So if any number is if the 0 comes in the denominator, the answer shall be infinite. Now if you look into the formula, if you look into the diagram, you will see the quantity changes whereas the price remains constant. So this is about the elasticity of supply. At the end, the only thing I would like to add here, elasticity of demand and elasticity of supply both have the same concept. The only difference is the law. The demand law says if price increases, demand decreases, whereas the law of supply says if price increases, then supply also increases. Therefore, in short, we can say the relationship between price and demand is negative, whereas the relationship between price and supply is positive. And one more thing, the supply curve is upward sloping, whereas the demand curve is downward sloping.